So you're going to talk directly into here, and you're going to say hi to the Massonomics crew.
Hi.
That's it? You don't want to say hi to Keith? You don't want to say hi to Nate?
Oh, this one.
There's
Hi.
Keith.
Hey,
Keith,
buddy.
Here, hold on.
Hey, little dude. Hi, Oren. How are you, buddy?
Hi, Keith.
How are you, buddy? Good to see you again. How have you been?
I've been great.
How's your summer going?
I did some soccer.
Soccer? That's cool. What position did you play?
So I play red team.
Red
It's
team.
my
Okay.
second year playing that.
That's awesome.
Well, I think you play goalie,
Yep.
and you play goalie really well.
What's your favorite part about soccer?
I get to kick the ball and I get to save the ball.
No, that's fun. That sounds really fun.
Oh, I'm going to sneeze, Oren.
Oh.
Okay. Can I have my podcast back now?
Bye, buddy.
Hey there.
Oh,
Howdy,
there's
howdy.
another person.
Mm-hmm. That's Pete. That's who we're talking to today.
Speaker's working here.
Hi, Pete. Pete?
Well, can you read it?
Peter.
Yeah, good boy.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
All right.
All right. It
I
goes
really hope
right.
that conversation I had with Oren it was recorded because that was actually
was.
pretty dope. So
Yeah,
that'll somewhat of
if Nate's listening, I'll allow that. You can go ahead and post that because it's not his face.
that was my follow-up was 'cause it's me just talking to like a 6-year-old. I was like, okay, well, I'm not sure if we can have that or not, but I guess we can.
But the smile on his face while you were doing that.
Oh, he was so
cute. Yep.
cheerful and animated. That was
And
pretty cool.
he still remembers who you are
That
all
was
the
pretty
time,
cool.
right?
He got very excited.
You know, they don't understand that we travel to a whole other country to go visit you. Like they don't grasp that. But at the same time, they'll see it and go, "That's Keith," right? Like it's really cool. Okay, so all right. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 422 of the Unpaid and Underrated Podcast, a podcast by crew, for crew, mocked by crew, and not listened to by enough crew. I am one of the hosts, Big Joey. I am joined by Big Keith over there.
Howdy.
And we have Big Peter. Big Peter Bruno. What do you go by?
You guys?
Do you go by Bruno, Big Peter, Big Pete Brew? Oh, I just realized your last name has Brew in it. That's really fun. We'll play on that later. So do you guys have anything cool to drink? I don't.
I do not. Just just smashing some electrolytes, trying to stay hydrated.
Do you smash electrolytes at night?
It was more of a, man, I haven't drank enough water today, and I don't want a sparkling water, so let me just put a one of those packets of whatever the fuck it is, liquid IV in a water bottle.
Oh, the liquid IV. They finally just got the sugar-free where I work.
Yeah, that's what I do at Costco. Yeah,
Yep.
I get those. The variety pack. There's like I don't know, they're not great, but it is what it is. It's always feel a little bit better on days I know I haven't consumed enough liquid.
Yeah, liquid IV is like my least favorite because of I think it's like 7 milligrams of sugar or something, or 7 grams of sugar or something crazy like that. Like, geez.
This one might be an element actually, because Stephanie bought them thinking she was going to drink them, and then she drank like 2 and was like, "Here, you can have this $70 package that I refused to drink because it's not what I want." I'm like, okay, I'll just mix those in every now and then.
How's the magnesium?
I don't know. I didn't look at it.
Yeah, you'll be able to sleep in an hour.
Sounds like a Thursday.
Peter, anything down there you're drinking that's cool you want to show off? You're a bit frozen, I think. Nope, there you are. Can you hear us?
Couldn't tell if it was frozen or stuck.
Yeah. I got a rye Manhattan going and a little cherry lime LaCroix.
Nice.
Sorry, a rye and Manhattan? A rye Manhattan.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Yep.
I love me a bourbon Manhattan. That's like one of my favorite like specialty like
Is it
drinks. What? Is it tea?
So good.
It's a joke. You said specialty. Already har. It's a specialty.
Anybody wearing anything cool?
Carp's Gym t-shirt, and that's about it.
I got my Raw Power shirt on here.
No, that's a good one. That's a sleeper. I've got the chicken bake. All right. What do you want to get into there, Keith?
Ordered a UNU shirt, but it's not getting here till Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Oh
What size
yeah,
you get?
buddy.
Because they're no, I'm honestly curious what size you got because like we got the most recent sales data or whatever. There's I think multiple sizes sold out and only a very few like we've been making the joke for 2 years that there's only 3 spots left, but like some of the sizes are completely sold out, and I think the most there were like 3 or 4 and one like a large maybe or an extra large. Like there wasn't a lot of shirts left. So if you're listening and you have not got one, please look into it because we cannot promise size availability.
Yeah, that was actually my issue. I usually wear an XL, but it was out, so I went for a 2X, but
Oh,
it
there
should
you
be
go.
fine.
It'll be
Little
comfortable.
yeah. Be nice little looser, nice little more comfy.
Pump cover.
Um, let's see. We got the certified training facility maps got a new facelift. He added some Tanner added some cool stuff to it. All the Hall of Fame people now have the jacket icon. All the jacket level Hall of Fame crew have the jacket icon on their gym. As opposed to just before, everyone was just everybody cup level or jacket level still only had the cup, so that was pretty cool. And what else did he do? He did anyone that is, I think it was just cup level and well, yeah, it was any level of Hall of Fame. He was actually Tanner was going out of his way to follow every single one of those crew back on Instagram, which I thought was pretty dope.
Yep.
You know,
Tanner's
I
he's a bit on a tear to give back to the crew.
he
And
is.
hell yeah, let's do it, right?
It is. It is cool to
Much appreciated.
Yep. I mean, you gotta. What do you always say under the FMK? Support your run them under the merry one. You always have the same line about the one that brought you there or whatever the hell you say. Like that's kind of how I
Oh, you
yeah.
dance with the one you showed up with.
Yeah. So you gotta feel like that with crew. Like I mean, you're always looking for new crew, but you also gotta support the crew that's been supporting you for the past several years. So the fact that he does that and they put effort into us, they put in the work in to keep us happy, as I like to say, put the work in. So I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I guess I can just remove this tattoo now.
Yeah.
Take a cheese grater to it. That'll get rid of it.
I mean, that would probably break your leg to some extent, but or break the skin, I suppose. But speaking of breaking things, I don't know, what's Nate doing to YouTube? I had like 3 people DM me going, "Where's the YouTube video? Like, you guys didn't put an episode out." Someone was like, "Carp literally thought we didn't put an episode out because he must not like he. I think he only consumes podcasts via YouTube. It's one of those maniacs. So he literally thought we didn't put an episode out, and I was like." Dude, I've been like, we've literally not missed a week in over 2 years. He's like, well, yeah, but you banked some. And I'm like, that doesn't matter. Like, that means we recorded 3 in one fucking week. Like I have literally recorded 3 episodes in like a
And
4-day span before. So like, I've never missed a week of podcasting, releasing. But and on average, we still do. I don't know, 52 weeks. Neither of us are taking more than 2 weeks off a year, maybe. So that's 50 weeks a year minimum that we're putting something out.
so I got the email saying that there was a problem uploading to YouTube.
No,
And I
and they
get
just
that
didn't tell us.
email. No, I get that email all the time. And
Oh,
I say to
okay.
Nate, I go, "Hey Nate, there's a problem." And he goes, "No, there isn't." And then it's just fixed. Like it's
Mhm.
never not happened.
Yeah.
So the time I got the email and was like, "No, I'm not going through this shit again," where I email or I message Nate and go, "It didn't
Yeah.
work," and he goes, "No, you're just crazy."
That's funny.
Right? This was the one time where I was like, "I'm not doing that again." And then sure enough, it was the one time it actually didn't get uploaded.
Yeah, maybe it was Kurt, the newer Kurt with a C, mentioned that he didn't think we had a new episode this week too, I believe, possibly. And I'm just like, guys, like, we don't miss weeks. And like,
We
if you
try
thought we
not to.
missed, if you thought we missed a week, are you just not looking on our YouTube or sorry, not on our Instagram? Like, it's like I guess now I just need to stop posting Instagram stories promoting the podcast because you fuckers don't look at it anyway. Apparently, if you think we missed a goddamn week of episodes, so.
Well, I mean, that's the algorithm, right? Like the
Yeah,
algorithm
that's true.
doesn't
I don't
show
see
you
half
stuff.
of anyone's shit anyway, so
I don't
I'm
see
like,
any of unpaid and underrated stuff. Like I have to go and seek it out.
yeah. I think I muted on mine too, just so it's like not like I'm the one posting it. I don't need to see it on my other. I don't need to see it in my feed of my other one unless I'm tagged in it. Let's see. A little food talk. So,
A
I
lot
think
of food
earlier
talk.
we had talked briefly at one point about. I think I talked about I was going to try shredding my meal prep chicken because that's what Tanner does.
Yep.
But then Stephanie was just on a tear of trying something new for her meal prep. So she found ground chicken and did like this, light taco seasoning thing and just made ground chicken and veggies and rice, and it was freaking amazing. I have not tried it cold yet. I only had it warm, so I don't know how if it'll be a lunch replacement, but damn, I could eat that a couple times a week and get an extremely healthy, completely different, chicken delivery system to my mouth. So thought that was pretty neat. And ground chicken wasn't readily available at like every because I was like, oh, we should look at Costco. It'd be so much cheaper. And all they had was ground turkey, but Wegmans has ground chicken, so that'll have to be on our reoccurring grocery list for a while, as well as those. I can't remember what brand it is now. I would go back and look in the food channel, but I've been posting it. But it's like a protein pudding, like a single package protein pudding, and it's like 17 or 18 grams of protein, so like on par with like a yogurt or like a cottage cheese of the equivalent size. But my God, does it taste so good? I mean, it's literally. I mean, it's not like pudding pack good, but like nothing with protein and semi good macros will be like just a sugar treat. But it was pretty damn good.
What was that called?
I'd have to look on the food channel from a few days ago. I can't think of the name. Well, no, it's something.
It's something feet. Something.
I was just gonna say it was something feet, but not feet. It's like because you made the T or the E and F.
It was such an easy
or you
joke.
added an F
yeah.
to E. Yeah.
It was something feel.
Yeah, maybe it's just.
And I turned the L into a T.
That's what it was. That was
good though.
Made a jab at Mofo there.
It was good all the way around.
All right.
Yep. What you got?
Yeah. So, fun thing. I was blaming the supplements, but it turns out,
for your outbreak, right?
It turns out it's not that at all.
Yeah.
And I am now covered in disgusting red blotches, pretty much from my neck down to my legs. We don't know what it is. We think I went to the doctor finally. Like I caved because at first I was like, it's the supplement, so I stopped taking it. And it didn't go away. So I said, okay, it's allergy. So I took an allergy pill. It got worse. Yeah, it just turns out it's this weird thing that I don't remember the name of, and I'm sure one of the doctors listening is going to correct me. But it's just a form of rosacea. And they said, we don't know what causes it. We don't know how to make it go away. And one day it'll go away and never come back. But for now, I am looking in the mirror at somebody I don't recognize, and it's kind of weird. I'm covered in a lot of red, disgusting blotches. They don't hurt.
They wouldn't.
They're not itchy.
Be like,
they don't know.
Even because I mean, when I went to the derm and I was like the dermatologist, and I was like, yeah, I've got this eczema, but it literally by the time I got in to see you, it went away. And he's like, yeah, that's usually how it happens. It's like dryness, and then stress brings on a lot of that. And then when I was having skin issues, it was stress. So but it's weird. It was like you're essentially head to toe or like neck to toe or whatever. That's
nothing above the neck. Like I could just on the podcast show you, like it's pretty bad in certain areas.
Wow,
yeah, like that. My arms are covered. So and then I have to go.
They're not
I'm going
raised
camp.
bumps. They're just
Nope.
Are they?
Some of them are raised. Some of them are not.
Interesting. They don't itch.
Nope. Not even a bit.
That's
Don't even
good.
notice
That'd be
them.
going-
I didn't notice
crazy.
they were there until my wife pointed them out. I always say
was like-
I'm not a big like inspect myself in the mirror kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Morgan was like, so these are starting on your back and I think they're going to get worse. And I was like, that's fine. And they got worse. Possibly an immune system thing. There is a possibility that I had a virus and my body fought it.
Mhm.
And now this is how it's kind of expelling it. But headspace is kind of all messed up. It's been a long time since I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize myself. And it's kind of wild that way. That's body dysmorphia. We all have it, right?
You just make sure you're always wearing Massenomics clothes, head to toe, and you don't see the bumps. You'd be good to go.
Need some more long sleeve shirts.
Yeah.
But that was the thing. I did mention I was at the hospital and some people were asking questions. So I thought I'd put it out there that this is what it was. Just had to make sure it wasn't like liver failure or measles or something crazy. It's none of those. So
that's good. We need you around for a little while, buddy. We gotta catch up to the sister podcast at least.
That's what Morgan said. I was like, I'm not going to the doctor. I'll just die. She's like, no, you can't just do that. And I'm like, that's my problem for like a minute.
Just
apparently
leave your wife a 35-year-old widow with 2 kids under 7. That'll be great for her.
Yeah, well,
like, thanks, asshole.
Apparently, that's not the thing to do.
Yeah, life would be. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of makes you take a little, put it in perspective of like, wow, what would I leave behind, and what kind of disarray is that? Disarray? Yeah,
Like, I don't even get to die in battle. I die to a skin rash. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, grow up, dudes. Go to the fucking doctor.
Well, don't like, like redheads, aren't you already predisposed to like blotchiness and shit and like the pale
Yeah,
skin? Do you think that's
yeah.
so? I'm
I
not
get
sure if
nice
it's
and flush really easy. So when I drink an energy drink, I'll get like red blotches, and alcohol does the same thing, just red blotches.
What
But
about you, Peter? How's your skin going, buddy?
yeah, you're quiet over there.
You got
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah. I'm generally kind of a
Okay.
quiet guy for sure.
We've
Forgot it
heard
was.
that. We'll
I
get
thought we were
into
just on a
that
solo
after.
episode for a second. I forgot.
Oh, really?
I'm teasing. I didn't know you're there.
Yeah. I've been that way my whole life for sure. But yeah, no skin issues though.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. Don't get what I have. It sucks.
Right? No, it doesn't sound good.
It's
Yeah, it certainly sounds
scary.
alarming.
Yeah, it's alarming is a good word. It's
Mhm.
not like I said. It's not painful. It's not itchy. I would have never noticed it until she pointed it out.
Well, the fact the doctor didn't really tell you to be worried about. Did they say follow up or anything, or just said
No,
like we'll go
no.
away, don't come back?
He showed me like the doctor's website about it, and then he was like, "This is what you have. We don't know what to do about it. We can't make it go away. It'll go away on its own, and then you'll never have it again." And I'm like,
Very
"Great!" So I'm in for a shitty couple of months where I just look like a Dalmatian, a sexy, jacked Dalmatian. Let's put that out there. Last one I got on here is disco snails.
nice.
I don't.
That one.
Yeah, I don't often give Nate enough props, but that band that he brought up the one day, Wolfpack, so they released a song called Disco Snails. And Nate shared a story explaining how the intro to that song is really akin to a Shakespeare line from Hamlet. And that got me. Like, that explanation got me to look into it. And that song's great. So, yeah, everybody go listen to Disco Snails by Wolfpack. And it's a silly song about how the snails are dancing and they have disco balls in their shells, and it's really silly and weird. But yeah, Nate, you turned me on to that one. So I know when you hear this, you're gonna go, "I knew it," or something like that. But
Big Nate here. I knew it. But let's get it right. It's Disco Snails by Wolfman, which is the side project kind of thing of Jack Stratton, who is the band leader / frontman of Wolfpack. Like, what are we doing here? Let's get it right at least.
I need a
definitely give
sound
that one a
clip.
listen.
I need a soundbite that just says Nate, you turned me on, and you just
Jesus.
replay that on loop.
Yeah, Nate, you turned me on. Yeah, Nate, you turned me on. Yeah, Nate, you turned me on. What? Nate, not Nate. The other guy, Keith. Why don't we
That's
rate this
me.
episode?
Yeah. Peter, did you get a chance to consume episode 9 million of the Mathnomics podcast?
Right. Oh yeah. No, it's a definitely an obsessive habit of mine every Monday morning listening to it.
Nice.
But yeah,
Yep, go ahead.
I enjoyed the kind of home gym nerd title topic. Was pretty cool. Tanner getting back into the macro factor. And then the news about the home gym con booth was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to go like next year probably.
Oh, nice. That'd be
Or
cool.
well, the year after this next one.
Yeah, it's odd because it's we just had it, but yeah, it'll be a
Right.
minute.
But yeah, 5 out of 5 JD Powers for sure.
Nice. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Let's see. I actually made notes this week, specifically.
I saw that.
Tanner getting on macro factor, after, and then like his like description of like, I kind of do it already. I kind of like am exactly where I want to be, and like, it was just kind of neat that just someone, it's just been tracking that long or hasn't been tracking that long, but has been eating intuitively for, 20 years or whatever, 10, 15 years. So that he was kind of dead on where he wanted to be, but just kind of, kept him in line. And, it's kind of canon that he almost has to try it at least once, considering it's like it's not a big, well, I wouldn't say it's a sponsor, but they have the small affiliate with them and all that. But it's just something they, it's going to make for good content. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes for him, and maybe I'll get on it some one of these days when I, have if I feel that I'm in a good enough position with food and mental health. But I don't think I'm there right now. Let's see. Oh, when he commented on when they both were talking about how like they do these, you know, 3-day weekends of just complete balls to the walls Massonomics content, and they're like borderline famous and going to like talk to people that are like, you know, especially if it's just crew, like pretty enthralled to meet him and excited to meet him and all that, and then going back to work on Monday, and what did he say like? Did you get me that report yet, dipshit, or something to that extent? And it's just like, that kind of resonates, with me to an extent of like, not that I'm famous or anything going to these places, but just like you go to these like trips and you're like with your homies and you're just like just all into this thing, and then just going back to work after like just it's miserable. It is the worst. So definitely relate to that. And then Tommy got the little jab in about New York being a quote unquote big state because he's a funny little fucker. And then the one I really want to talk about is the pulley versus pulley. I don't think I've ever heard anyone in my entire life say pulley. So I don't know what videos they're watching that I'm not watching, or I'm not catching up on it or picking up on it. But like and I'm curious if it's one of those things where like until you're aware of it, you don't see it. But in this past few days, I have yet to hear anyone say pulley in person or in real life.
Pulley.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody does that.
I don't know, but him saying, but then them having this conversation about pulley versus pulley. I almost can't even say pool, like swimming pulley. But like
Sounds like a
for
tax
them,
fan.
for him to say that and then immediately say rut instead of root, and I was just like, oh my god,
it's the rut of the problem.
Yeah, I was like, you are the root of my pull. Like I don't know, but yeah, all in all, I'll go ahead and give it a 5 out of 5 ruts.
Yeah, definitely. Geez, New York is such a big state. I don't know how anybody can handle how big that is. Pulley versus pulley versus pulley. Never in my life said pulley. And anybody that does, like, I'd probably stop them and be like, "Did you mean to do that?" Right?
Exactly.
And then somebody in the I think it was Jake said or Zach, sorry, Zach said like it's the difference between coupon and coupon. And I was like, fuck, I say coupon, but seeing it spelled out made me so mad at myself for saying coupon.
Oh, I say coupon as well.
Yeah, right. And I was just like, I was so seeing it spelled out phonetically. I was just like, damn, I say it's stupid because it should technically be coupon, but like you say coupon. And I thought that was really funny. Definitely not going to join Macro Factor. Definitely not going to do that. I could stand to lose some weight.
Well, yeah, because Morgan would have to be the one that enters all the data because you don't know what the fuck you ate.
Yeah, no, literally. She made
adding more work for her.
She made this amazing like gyro and turmeric. Okay, hold on. Turmeric. No, it's turmeric. Do you say turmeric?
I say turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yeah, okay, there it is. There's another one. I say turmeric.
I could agree with Peter maybe, but yours is one I wouldn't say. I might be saying it wrong, but I don't think.
What did Peter say?
Right. It sounded different from what you.
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yeah, turmeric.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm adding
I'm adding the R, and you're enunciating.
Yeah, we're all three saying it completely differently.
Amazing.
We're talking about that little like orangish root, right?
Yeah,
the fuck it is.
So she made some rice and this really good gyro type of. She just rolled them up and fried them. And like, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to track any of that. I don't know what's in this. She just hands me food and I eat it. And I'm thankful that I didn't have to make it or pack it. So yeah, definitely not going to be joining Macrofactor anytime soon. So I'm going to give that 5 out of 5 turmerics.
Nice. There you go. One last thing before we hit you guys with the ad read is the YouTube video. It kind of slid in on us today and I didn't get a chance to write it down, but it was the funniest thing about it was I don't remember if they talked because they did the live on Monday. So I literally listened to the podcast, I think Monday morning and then the live Monday night, which was just a lot of Massonomics. But I don't remember when they talked about it, but they did comment on like, hey, the YouTube coming out this week is Tommy talking about a 29 millimeter Texas power bar, but it was recorded 18 months ago. So like the whole time I was just thinking of like I was trying to make like a good like is this from the future or the past, blah blah blah. Like I always mix up trying to say that joke and so I don't know. But yeah, they talked about, I own the bar. It's a good bar. It's always cool to see Tommy get a little more airtime, like on the YouTube videos and stuff, like on the solo-y stuff, and put Tanner behind the camera. So I enjoyed that. I don't know if either of you had a chance to watch that, but it was, I don't think it
No,
hit
I
till like
watched
10. Yeah, what'd you think?
watched it like 20 minutes ago, probably.
You gonna go buy one?
No, I don't know. I'm definitely, I don't know if it's in the funds at the moment,
I
but
feel that.
I've got just the bare naked power bar. I think Joe, you do as well.
Oh, nice. That's a good one. It's a good budget bar for sure.
Yeah, no, I think I've been happy with it.
What do you mean budget bar?
Well, it's not a $400 plus bar. It's like a $250, $300
But why
bar.
do you need a 400 plus bar?
I'm just saying it's in that wheelhouse. That's what you would describe it as a bare steel bar that has no corrosion resistance, etc.
None
So,
of mine do. Yeah, my
I don't know.
Texas deadlift bar is also bare steel and rusted as fuck because it's in my
And
basement.
what do you
No.
use to combat that? Is there anything that we have a code with that you wanted to talk
Oh yeah,
about?
I use Barbell Rescue 100%
Code
on
unpaid.
on all everything. But yeah, like I don't know that the Bells of Steel one it would be considered a budget bar because I don't think I've ever felt the difference between that and any other power bar I've had. Right, I've had $100 bar.
Well, yeah, that's a different.
Yeah, the knurling on
And
that one was shit.
but I don't even
And
consider that like that's not even a budget to me. A budget like it is the least amount of money I would recommend someone to spend if they're serious about weight training. Like I would never recommend someone to buy $100 barbell.
no,
Like
but at the time it was all I had. Right,
Yeah.
so like again, that's like right when COVID hit, and it was I walked in and they were just like, "We got this," and I was like, "Fuck, give it to me," right? Like, but yeah, I don't know. I think the Bells of Steel bar is again, but I've thought about this too. Is my gym is very built on weight is weight, and you guys are all nerds. I understand that people listening are all nerds that they really care about particular things, but I don't, and I'm just like, just give me the thing my friends recommend, and this was one of them, right?
All right. Big Peter, do you have a Massonomics sponsor ad read that you'd like to hit the guests, the
Oh, yeah.
listeners with? All right.
Yep.
Love to hear that.
This one is a bit of a poem
Ooh, nice.
titled "An Ode to Massonomics." Deadlifter shirts are red. Lifting department shorts are blue. You have a wonderful podcast, and we all appreciate you. If you like to lift hard and live easy, if you like to shoot the shit and keep it breezy, if you love the sound of a good crispy crack, you'll get strong, stay strong, use your strength, and never go back. So go and buy a certified training facility banner. Oh, come join the crew. You'll contact a Tanner.
That's awesome, man. Well done. Is that yeah, I always am curious if that's like a chat GPT or that's all off the cuff or you do a little inspiration or
Oh, no, I just wrote it all myself.
nice. Love it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Wrote a little poetry or at least read a decent amount in college and stuff. And yeah,
Nice.
dabbled a bit, I guess.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I think we're gonna close out general topics and kick all these looky-loos out, especially this Ryan character. Ryan question mark.
Jeez,
At least
at least
there's
didn't
not-
put at least
Yeah,
didn't
there's
put that
not an
last
A in
one.
front of that. Yeah.
You can now send nonverbal feedback. Yes, slow down from reactions in the toolbar. Oh, cool. I can tell Ryan to slow down every 30 seconds.
But yeah, let's kick all these looky-loos out and try to get Big Peter on the horn. Been an elusive character we've been trying to get a hold of for a while here. So, Big Peter, is that you, buddy?
That's me.
Nice. Welcome. You are live on the Unpaid and Underrated podcast. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. We always hit everyone off with the very first one here with what brought you to Massonomics. So let's hear that origin story.
Well, started lifting again in just short of 2020, ended 2019. I have like a 30-minute commute to work, so I have a decent amount of time to like listen to things. So right when I started lifting again, I just looking for something, lifting related to listen to and from work. And yeah, found this and I found a couple other ones, but really stuck with Massonomics. Yeah, I've been listening to it every Monday. Yeah, ever since.
It's the world's
Yeah,
strongest podcast.
right?
Mhm.
No, oh yeah, love Tommy and Tanner. Awesome guys. Enjoyed every bit of it. Going through the backlog at the moment, up to episode 85, and I need to get up to like 2-7. So yeah, getting through it.
That's actually about where I think I have to do. I think I have to get to 240, and I'm at like
Nice.
120 something. But yeah,
I just had a
Yeah.
thought. I don't want to cut you off, but it's I don't want to lose my train of thought here. Do you think there's more people that are caught up on our backlog than their backlog? I think it might be possible. Like if you think about it, like say we have 50. I mean, I don't. It's probably not because there's probably like a few hundred people that have. Well, I don't. Are there a few hundred people that have listened to every single Mass Zombies episode, or is there like
well,
100?
I think
Because
it
we
would.
probably have at least 75 people that are up to date on ours, maybe
I
give or
think it would
take.
come down to that. Just we aren't going back to 2018,
Yeah,
so I think there's a bit more
it's such a
relevancy to
yeah,
ours
that's
that
fair.
like if
That's
you
fair.
listen to an episode with Scance, you know who Scance is. He's in the Discord. He's on Instagram. You
Mhm.
know who that is, right? But meanwhile, you might go back to a Massonomics episode from 2018, and they're talking about this event that's already happened, that's never going to happen again. And like, I think maybe that there's an allure there, but
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
valid point. But like for the statistical like the actual statistical aspect of it, there's probably like if we did a poll of like, are you up to date on our backlog and are you up to date on their backlog? I'm curious of like what the actual numbers are. It's not to say that like it means literally anything because
Yeah,
like you said, like
no, it doesn't.
they because listening to our backlog is equivalent to listening to 2 years of their podcast, which almost everyone in the crew has already done. But it's just kind of like if you're looking at it as for like percentages wise, I thought it was kind of a neat little thing to think about. But let's
That
get
would be
back to big
interesting.
let's get back to Mr. Bruno here. Peter, do you want to introduce yourself and just say who you are on Instagram, Discord, and anywhere else you want people to find you on social, just so they know who you are?
Yeah, Discord, Big Peter B. Um, Instagram, Peter B. Bruin, without a G. I have this little passion project called Malleable Strength. That's spelled with 2 L's, and we have a YouTube channel. It's kind of like entertainment and education on there. And then I have a Facebook page for Malleable Strength. It's more education, and then Instagram, it's more.
Nice,
That's about it.
good stuff. Good stuff. Well, it's and how long you been crew? Are you relatively new, or am I just
I think
what's your
I'm hitting a year, like maybe this
okay?
week.
Nice. So that took you, that took you a few years to kind of already be consuming Massonomics, and then, what was that thing that kind of pushed you over the edge to join crew then?
I should have done it earlier. I mean, it's only
Yeah, well,
$3 a month. I mean,
don't we all?
I'm
Yeah,
just kind of a
I can
cheaper
relate.
person. But yeah, it's only $3. So no, it's been awesome.
Nice. No,
Yeah.
no regrets, huh?
No, everybody's been super nice on there, and yeah, no
Except
regrets.
Ryan.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
real a-hole,
Yeah, he tells you things
a,
like "Don't buy hats," and then you get chargebacks.
and he
Because
gets
he's still here. He is still here.
and he gets Crew Falls mixed up with the Arnold, and then I forgot he was even at the Arnold, so that was good.
So, I think you kind of mentioned it already, but like, what was I found Massonomics, I listened for a couple of years, and then joined. Like, give us a linear version of that.
right. Yeah, yeah. I listen every Monday. For at least a couple of years. No, I've always been kind of like an introvert and stuff, so it's nice for me to like push myself into like social situations. So I I definitely should have done it sooner. I've I feel like I've been getting a lot out of it. I've been trying to like comment and be pretty active in the group and stuff, and I think it's been pretty helpful. And yeah, I mean, I work at a like physical location and stuff, and there are people there, but I don't have like a big nightlife or anything. So it's been nice to have something a little extra, you know.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm already looking forward to bed. So
Nice.
I do like Joey's point of view. I want to pull in that string a little bit more though, just because this might help Tanner, like because like their whole goal, obviously, like if they have the passive income, well, not necessarily passive.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a lot of work.
Passive
Shut up.
income. There it
Yeah,
is.
there's the little things in the passive income. Fuck you guys. Stop putting words in my mouth.
You
or-
said it.
I know that's not. Stop putting meaning behind the words that I say. But no, so like, do you think it was supporting your supporting members, or hearing stuff about the crew on the podcast, and then like kind of being like, why am I part of that? Like, I want to have all these friends too. The Lift Hard Live Easy recaps, the Home Gym Con recaps, the Arnold recaps is
No,
all
that's
those
good.
things.
That's a good perspective from a newer
Are all
crew,
those things
right?
kind
Like
of
what was it that
Right.
was it the three
I
spots
think
left?
it probably was like supporting our supporting members because yeah, he's talking about all these people in the Discord, and I'm feeling like maybe I should be a part of this so I can really be included more in the group and stuff. I think that must have been it.
Well,
that relatively new segment did
Yep.
its job then.
They go,
That's
Tanner.
cool.
There's your marketing.
So I probably did
Research.
start around then.
What do you call that? That's your
Taking a
Yeah.
pulse of the crew.
Yeah.
Research. I don't know.
research.
But no,
That's
that was cool. I like that. Big Peter, where do you live? Where are you from, buddy?
I live in Ann Arbor area in a city called Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Oh, you're
Just
close.
east of- yeah, not too bad. So yeah, just like a 4-hour drive to the Arnold and stuff. But yeah, I grew up in Toledo, a suburb of Toledo and stuff.
Okay.
So, and then yeah, I lived in Indianapolis for a few years after college. I went to college up in Michigan at a little college called or university called Fair State University. Yeah, moved to Indianapolis, and then we moved back here 11 years ago.
Okay.
Now, my wife's from Michigan as well.
My wife. Where are you at in relation, like, without me bringing out the certified training map, where are you at with Dodds and Brad and
So they
Tyler
are
out there too,
on
right?
the west side. Yeah, I am like real close to Tyler. I'm like 20
Okay.
minutes
Oh, that's
south
right. Yeah,
of Tyler.
you guys had a crew meetup, right? Or you did a
Yeah. He
rip
goes
comp or
to
something?
Detroit Muscle Gym, and I'm like potentially going to get at least like a partial membership there,
Oh,
hopefully.
dope.
But yeah, Scott and Brad are on like the west side. It's not that far, and I'll have to meet up with them at some point. It's only 2.5 hours probably.
Nice. It's doable. Be cool.
And
Have a
yeah, I've
little
seen
crew meetup.
Scott at like Great Lakes Strongest Man and War of the North and a couple other competitions.
Well,
But
he makes his
I've
way to a lot of those.
Yeah, right.
So as a newer crew, same question we ask everybody. And like with the release of the Yeah Buddy shirt, like this, I gotta say, and I gotta admit, this question was actually designed. I think it was designed by me as a way to kind of bully Tanner and Tommy into re-releasing the Yeah Buddy shirt. I have to admit that now that it's been re-released to crew only. But I still think it's worth asking again.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I
and
must have missed that one.
yeah, they re-released it at the Lift Hard Live Easy.
It was never on the website, and it was
Gotcha.
The link was like there's like 4 shirts left kind of thing, and it's just like a link to it, just a blank T-shirt that you just didn't know what you were buying.
Yeah, so as much as like I say like that was my intention is also just to find out, the shirts that really hit. And that I know that was one of them, and I really wanted that shirt to come back, and I'm happy it did. But what is the one piece of Massonomics merch that you wish you had bought? That you see us all wearing and you go, God, I wish I'd been around for that. I wish I'd bought it. Wish I got it.
Right. Man, there's a lot. Because yeah, I'm a brewer, so like all like the beer themed ones, like I don't have any of those. So
Wow.
I mean the deadlifter shirt would be cool, or yeah, the squats. Yeah. No, I totally should, because yeah, it'd be fun to wear those to like a beer festival, and like
for sure.
people would get a kick out of
Yeah,
it.
that's like it ties in both your two of your favorite things there.
Right. Totally.
Well, 3 if you count Masonomics.
Right.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. I'm yet to run into somebody like see me wear a Masonomics thing out in public or anything, but that'd be pretty cool if that happened.
It's rare.
Right.
I mean, I like my local gym. I see people periodically, but it's like people I already know. It's like my friends, and like 2 of them are crew, and then the other ones that wear Masonomic stuff just aren't. They're just they just thought the chicken bake shirt was funny and just wanted to buy it. That was about it. Let's see. So relatively new. I'm gonna start trying to guess. Well, I already know. Well, what's the episode title? Yeah, the episode title was your supporting membership number, wasn't it? So what was that? 422.
422.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested in if it'll change with the re-release of the cards going out and stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, who knows what the next, that's something we should always try to help them hype that up. It's like I don't know what there's some stuff there's some inner circle stuff every now and then we get a sneak peek of or kind of behind the scenes stuff but knowing what knowing what the gift is going to be, Tanner shut me right the fuck down when I asked about that at home gym con. So I literally have no clue. Some of the other stuff is kind of obvious if you're there for the pre-shows often enough and you pay attention, you can kind of see, you get a good idea of what some of the upcoming drop is going to be. That I think is possibly next week. I think what they say the 21st or the 28th. I think were their options. So it's next week or the week after. But there'll be some cool stuff in that, and
that'll be fun.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm very curious of what the gift will be. But I do need to. A next order I put in, I need to. Someone needs to remind me because Stephanie specifically asked me the other day. She's like, "Oh, how do I get my Hall of Fame card?" And I was like, I'm hoping he still has a couple sitting at the house. I can next time we do an order, we'll put it in the order notes to ask him to send one out to you. Just because she's crew now, and I think it's cool to kind of track her stuff for her. And
oh yeah,
but
it's
speaking
awesome
of,
she joined.
yeah, she got on. I don't think I think she just did it, and I don't remember what the whole story was. But I was like, yeah, do it. But speaking of Hall of Fame in general, though, what does this check mark tonight put you at, bud?
Well, yeah, I just had that order in. Yeah, I had like 9 orders, so that completed the 10 order thing.
Oh, there
So
you
I
go.
just had to change it. But I'm at 5 currently. I plan on going to Lift Hardy Olivia's next year and competing, and then I'll definitely have to stop by the gym and get a little lift in.
Yep.
Might not
Yeah,
do much, but
that's a given. Yeah, so you'll pick up training at the gym because even if you just walk in and pick up a dumbbell, that counts as training at the gym. Competing, attending, I think that's 3. Yeah, he pretty much knocked out 3 with one trip.
And then a month later, a year from now, I'll be at 2 years, so that'll be another notch there. So I should be like next August at 11, hopefully.
Cool. And then you'll just have to pick up a random one, and you'll be at cup level, which will be dope.
Right? Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see if I ever win a contest, but it's always fun to try, though. It's a fun ones.
That's the hardest one. There's very few of us that have done that. Yep.
Yeah, there's probably under 20 for sure. I don't. It's probably more than 10, but under 20, I'd say.
If I could get through the back catalog, I would be master's level too. So, how many master's level are there? There's not a lot. So, yeah,
master completers. There's 3, I think, isn't it? It's Scans, Matthias, and Tommy Schneider. But maybe not. I don't know. I might be talking out of my ass. I don't know why those names. I know Scans, obviously.
Does that mean all of them?
Jen, maybe?
Yeah.
Jen?
Beyond the
like
jacket?
every single check mark. I think there's 16.
Okay.
Dodds.
Talk about something else, and I'll say it in a minute while I look it up. Ask him about the training.
Yeah, Ryan reminding us that Dodds is a master's completer.
Okay.
So are you certified?
Yeah. That's been cool.
What's the name of your gym?
Malleable Strength.
Yeah.
Malleable Strength and Conditioning. So, yeah, that's been awesome though. And I met like Tyler through that and stuff, seeing where he lives and stuff. And, yeah, I'm gonna try and get my buddy one for Christmas and stuff. He lives in Wisconsin. It's got a real nice gym. Um, but yeah, I think it's been cool. It's been crazy seeing all these other maps like pop up though. All of a sudden, it seems like.
All right.
Yeah,
Like,
there's I was looking through the map and I saw some guy here in Canada, so I messaged him and he was just like, I don't understand Discord. And then I think he's in there now. Like we're actually talking to each other.
no, that's cool. It's at
Yeah.
least someone that's a crew because my issue is I've got like there's like 10 other certified training facilities and like 6 hours from me. Well, not 10, there's like five, and none of them are crew. They're just like random people that don't have anything linked, anything like that. So that's kind of like but a follow up on master completers. So Scance has got 16, Matthias has got 16, and according to the website, that is it at the moment.
Oh wow.
Lou and Dodds are both Lou, Dodds, and Jen are at 15. There's a lot, Brad. Like there's a ton of people at 15.
Yeah, there's like 9 or more. I think.
Yeah. Well, the 15 would be the cup level, but or sorry, jacket level. So there's like the five or whatever many there are. But then yeah, unless the website's not up to date, it does look like it's just Matthias Scans.
Mm.
So good job, Ryan. Failure of information from the
What are
from
you,
the corner.
Gary?
Yeah. Way to bug us with the Discord chat or the washing dishes. It's okay, buddy. We still love you. All right. So this is one of my favorites always. So you had 8 people submit all the information for you relatively quick too. So I very much appreciate that.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Anyone that's on the upcoming list, take notes. Give us when I actually don't have to worry about it and like hound people and I'm like and I look at Nate's website and I'm like, oh, this person's 2 weeks out and they've already got 8 submissions. Sweet, I don't have to bug them. Whereas like today, someone had 3 submissions and they're like 5 days out and I was like, all right, god damn it, now I got to talk to this. Now I got to bug this guy and give
5
him a hard
days.
time. Yeah. Okay, but well, my math's wrong. I'm not big math over
7
here.
days, I hope, because
It is
like I'm not
7. No, it
prepared
is.
to
We're not
do
recording
this.
early. No, but it was more. I embellish stories sometimes to
Don't
make them sound
fuck
more.
with me.
Anyway, so I'm giving you props for getting so many people to submit so early. But
Yeah, I
my
was
question,
pretty surprised for sure.
Yeah.
Like my older brother, I sent it out to my whole family in like a group chat and stuff. My older
Okay.
brother returned it in like 30 minutes or something.
Nice. That's
Wonder
awesome.
if he just answered half of it or something.
If I don't send it to you in the next couple of days or tonight, just remind me. Just send me a DM, and I can send you like the unlocked access to the same original site, and then you can look to see who submitted what in depth.
Nice.
But sometimes I forget to do that because it's got a lot on my plate. I'm a busy guy.
He's a busy dink. So when you sent it to them, which I think is what Keith was trying to get to, how did you explain what you were doing?
I've probably talked about like Massonomics a decent amount, but probably never unpaid and underrated before.
Why not?
So,
We're
yeah.
awesome.
Ow, Keith's heart.
It's like just
Oh,
no, you're good, buddy. You
But,
would beat around the bush enough that I was like, we're good. That was a good enough of an answer. I take it.
right. But no, I explained to them all about the Discord and everything and how like the unpaid and underrated kind of like boosts the Discord and makes it a wholer experience and everything.
Did you hear that,
So,
Tanner? We boost the Discord. That's pretty good praise. I like that.
He's not the one we have to sell to.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Someone clip this and send it to Tommy so he knows what's going on.
If anybody gets it, it's Tanner right now.
For sure. All right, you ready for a little game there, Peter?
Yeah.
Are you? I'm gonna let you describe how to play least fun most fun to your friends and family, if you don't mind. If you remember how to play.
Okay. Yeah. Least fun. Well, you describe a topic and then you describe the least fun thing about that topic or the most fun part about that topic, I guess. Simplest
Perfect.
terms.
Yep. I tried to put you on the spot there. I just say sometimes it's nice to hear people, their interpretation of it or whatever. But yeah, least fun, most fun. So I'm going to give Peter a single topic and he's going to use his druthers and explain in depth or not in depth, the least fun thing as well as the most fun. So it's not either or, it is both. So Big Peter, I hope this is accurate because I might have got some conflicting information, but I'm going to run with it. So least fun, most fun, being a vegetarian lifter.
Okay. Well, truthfully, I broke it about 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
but I had
Jesus. But how long were you? How long were you in that like wheelhouse?
5.5 years.
So you can still you're still a valid question that you can answer.
Yeah,
Okay, let's hear it.
definitely. Yeah, least fun is like the thought of am I getting the most out of my strength gain? Because like so much in like the strength industry, like all we've ever been taught is like you got to eat meat, 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 you know?
Mhm.
So yeah, you think about like this alternative universe where I kept on eating meat while lifting, and would I have been stronger in that situation? Um, Most fun, yeah. Well, there was that Netflix documentary I a while back. I forgot what it was called, but
I think my new doctor wanted me to watch that because his whole thing was like, you don't need to eat meat. Watch this. So
right,
like pushing like plant based for and like strength
yeah,
athletes because there's like a strong man and like an endurance athlete or something in it, right? Yeah, I have not watched it yet, but
it's a documentary, so like take it for what it is, you know.
mhm.
But yeah, I mean, it was just intriguing and everything. Just so the whole thing was just curiosity with health and stuff. But I think the most intriguing part of that was basically like, talking about like blood flow and everything. So basically, brains and boners, you know. So yeah, more yeah, better erections was definitely the highlight from the male perspective, you know.
I mean, or the female perspective, if
Right.
Yep.
The receiving end for
yeah,
sure.
it always, what
It's
feels
always
what feels
nice to
good,
have a good erection, but it's what you do with it that's really important.
yeah, I had a
Right.
really vulgar analogy I was going to use, but I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
I
So
will cut
yeah.
you off real
So,
quick. I just noticed that Big Lou is also a master completer. I don't know how the way the tab was. It was like So yeah, Big Lou also before I get dragged in the fucking comments.
So I have a question, and as somebody who does eat a ton of meat, and judgment free zone,
no, I
I
did
was
for
just
30 years.
I was just wondering what broke it, and if you don't mind me asking why, because I'll preface this: huge respect for vegetarians and vegans. I love everything they do. I appreciate the discipline and all of that, but I do just have this kind of like, what was the one thing, or why?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So just 2 weeks ago, I pretty much just mostly started eating fish, getting back into it and stuff. But I want to just fill out the 275 open class a little more.
Mm.
So just gonna see if I can gain weight in like a healthy manner, basically. And because yeah, I
So
think it does
okay,
positively affect your metabolism and everything. So
and how did your body react? Was it your body was like, what the hell is this, or was it okay?
yeah, because I did eat like red meat at first, and yeah, that didn't go so
No,
well.
no,
But
yeah, your body would be pissed after a long time for that.
right, I shouldn't have went to the local barbecue spot and got the garbage fries, I would
Yep,
say.
yep.
And
So
then
you're
oh,
going
go ahead.
pescatarian, I think it's called.
Yeah, kind of just at home, and then like I'll do like the flexitarian thing for going out and stuff, which means yeah, you do vegetarian or pescatarian at home, and then you kind of just do whatever you like when you go out to eat and stuff. But
Mm.
yeah, I want to make like exceptions for like whether it be a cultural or a social experience or something. Cultural example would be we went to this like Pakistani restaurant last week. I don't even know if they had a vegetarian option, honestly.
It's
Fair.
shocking because normally they do.
Right.
But yeah.
And then yeah, socially, if I go to Tanner's the Friday before the Lift Hard Live Easy, I'll definitely have, pulled pork sandwich and stuff just to, be a part of
So
the group and
they're
stuff.
so good. I could literally
Okay.
taste that sandwich right now. It's so good.
No, I understand that. That was just wondering.
But
A
yeah,
little bit.
there's probably not a lot of people in the Discord that are vegetarians. So yeah, good question.
And if there is, they don't talk about it,
Right.
right?
And
Because
that's
I
part of it.
wonder again. There is that stigma of right, like lifters who are vegetarian. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm sure they'll tell you right away, blah blah blah. But like, no, like diet is diet. Stick to your diet. Whatever's comfortable for you, do it.
I got
Gonna
a
move
brief,
on to.
yep,
Go ahead.
give me 1 sec. I got a brief update on Discord. Everyone, I always post like a screen grab of the the podcast, and Mofo's response was any bets on how many Dick's jokes Keith's gonna make, and then Big Colton came out of left field with tagging Big David because Peter is another word for wiener, and then that's gotten a lot of dick emoji responses.
Nailed
and
it.
It's very funny, and I enjoy that.
Heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, never heard that one.
And I think I actually avoided all the low-hanging fruit of Big Peter on the entire episode so far. But
So far.
I probably did have a dick joke in there somewhere else unrelated, though.
Nice.
All right.
Insert sophomoric genital reference.
Still funny.
Yeah. So the hype person question. Do you know what this is? Have you heard about it? Have you seen this?
You know?
The hype person question?
Yep. All right.
Oh,
You're about to go for your big lift. Doesn't matter what that big lift is, whatever your big lift is. And you have the option of having one person in your corner that's going to slap your back, yell at you, hype you up, living, past, present, dead, doesn't matter. Who is that person?
nice. That is my oldest best friend, Andy McCardle, his name is. I'm gonna try and get him. I'm trying to get him into the crew, but I'm definitely gonna get him a certified training facility flag. But
Mhm.
he kind of helped me get back into lifting and stuff. But yeah, we've been talking about it weekly forever, and yeah, we've done. Well, I have this. We have this family like powerlifting competition.
Mhm.
And he's come out every year for it and stuff. So definitely a good hype man for sure.
Good. What is your favorite lift?
My favorite lift is it's always going to be the one that I'm worst at, oddly enough. So probably is the deadlift, honestly. It's that one that you just need to improve the most, so you become just obsessed with it.
I know. Believe me, I know. It's funny because at first I was like, oh, the one that I'm the worst at that I want to be, yeah, that's bench. But no, I am obsessed with deadlifts in all forms.
Right? There's a lot of forms.
Did you say family powerlifting meet? What do you mean by that? Or
Yeah, so my younger brother had bought the trophy and like put the name on it. He didn't really understand the difference between the strength sports, but we call it the Bruno Strongman Classico. Adding in the Bruno Italian influence in there.
Yeah.
But it's basically a squat, bench, deadlift, but it technically takes place at a strongman gym. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I guess it fits. But we've been doing it like 5 years now, and every fall. It's just so much fun. So
It is
it's
awesome.
my younger and my older brother, my best friend, and then my brother's wives all compete, and my wife as well, who I've been coaching for the past few years. Yeah,
That's incredible.
That is awesome.
it's fun.
That is very cool. And is it like, does the biggest total actually get the trophy, or is the trophy just randomly here? You hold this for a year, or there's actually.
Yeah, you hold it for a year. We'll have one for the guys, one for the girls, and we'll use like dot score.
Okay, that's actually, yeah, because I was like, biggest total would be kind of hard, like to because that's probably not going to change if there's like a large discrepancy in like just human sizes and strength levels between your family.
And yeah, my best friend and my wife kind of just have been running the show really. Andy's
really
like
cool.
a 600-pound squatter and deadlifter. So
Dang.
Jesus.
And then Kate's become pretty dedicated and stuff, and yeah, she's very strong. She's actually related to friend of the podcast, Stan Efferding. She's his second cousin, so
Dang.
She's got it in her blood,
Yeah, tell her to. So I hope you guys don't own any combo racks. You gotta be careful with those.
Okay.
Actually,
I don't get that reference.
Yeah, and I because I messed up and I was the complete wrong person. So don't worry. I was thinking of the Vanilla Gorilla, who's not Stan Efferding. That's a completely different person. I made an error. Everyone.
Oh, but my favorite part was I just accepted it.
Nope.
I was like,
wrong.
yep, he made a joke and I don't get it, and I'll
I can't
admit
even
to
think of the
that.
guy's
And it
name.
turns out like I don't get it double time.
Yeah, there we
Yep.
go. Thank you, Mr.
Wrong again, Keith.
Oh God,
Ryan got you.
getting roasted in the comments
Yep,
here.
wrong again, Keith.
Wrong again, Keith.
Do you want to talk about your job at all? Because you have probably one of the coolest crew jobs.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I am a brewer. I'm currently lead brewer and safety manager. I had a 5-year stretch as a head brewer, but it got a little bit stressful, so they were able to let me kind of change it up.
Okay, so
And
head brewer is top brewer.
head brewer is like the manager of the brew house.
Yeah.
I manage the staff. I would do all of the purchases.
Oh yeah, no, yep, I see that. Yep,
Take
forget
like the
that.
sales for it was a desk job really. So it's been nice like getting back on my feet and stuff and being able to move around and everything. But yeah, before that, I worked in the cellar for like 2.5 years, which is like all your like tank to tank transfers and dry hopping and like yeast harvesting and everything. And then I worked in packaging for a year before that. So 11 years at Jolly Pumpkin and North Peak is where I'm currently at. And then I worked in Indianapolis at Sun King Brewing Company for about a year and a half, getting my foot in the door. But yeah, there's been like definitely some ups and downs in the industry. I'd say like the craft beer peak was probably around like 2017. Definitely a little bit down at the moment, but you know, we've had some struggles, but we're hanging in there and stuff. You just have to diversify lately and stuff, you know, like the younger generations aren't so into the craft beer, so we have to do like, you know, we're doing like a fruited vodka water at the moment and stuff. Yeah, mixing it up and diversifying. But no, it's been cool though. You learn a lot. I went to an online brewing school. It was called the Intensive Brewing Science and Engineering Program through the American Brewers Guild. I also worked a bit through the Cicerone studying, which is like the beer equivalent of a sommelier. I got my like second level at that. It took me like 3 years to study for that exam and went to Chicago for that one. There's also an advanced Cicerone and like a master Cicerone level. There's only like 10 master Cicerones in the world. So it's pretty intense, but yeah, no, I've definitely enjoyed my time in the industry for sure.
Would you like a live question from the listeners there, Peter, about
Oh, sure.
brewing? So, Big David wants to know: do people still get growlers at breweries? Is that still a popular thing?
It isn't as popular as it was. I'm sure everybody has like 20 of them in their basement still, but you know. But yeah, they also had like the crowlers. That was like a big craze for a while, where it was like a 32-ounce can. But yeah, you don't see it so much anymore. I think especially once like we switched from like bottles to cans, and cans are just like so portable anyways. But yeah, you don't see them quite as much, but I think most tap rooms still fill growlers though.
I used to do them all the time, but my problem with growlers is you got to drink them within 72 hours.
Yeah,
So
totally.
you'd come home, you'd crack it, and you're like, oh, great, I have to drink an entire wine bottle worth of beer in the next 3 days. Right? I think that was the big problem. I have a question.
Yeah.
Now, as lead brewer, you are in charge of brewing. Like, do you create beers?
Yeah, well, head brewer comes up with the recipes, but since I did it for so long, I'm still like asked about it for my input and stuff because I, developed a skill for it. I mean, it's an art form, not just a science, and not everybody can do that. So they still ask me, but lead brewer, well, the brewery had to shrink, unfortunately, in recent years. So I'm like the only brewer. So I execute all the work production, just me. So it's quite a job, and I'm safety manager too. And that's, yeah, struggle in itself for sure. But yeah, Yeah, in the
So,
downtime, I come up with recipes and like
So we
give them
are
to the tournament head brewer.
and
wear
that's
two hats with one ass. Then it sounds like I'm not sure where the horse fits in,
Right.
but
and that's what I was
Totally.
going to ask. I have a two-part question of that. What's your favorite hops to work with?
Okay. I like Mandarina Bavaria. Um, it's kind of like a blend of like the German noble hop character, but also it's a daughter of Cascade. So you have like that citrusy character. So I've written a lot of nice recipes, like especially like a hoppy wheat beer. It's like an awesome hop to use and so versatile. That's probably been my favorite hop, but there's so many that have come and gone. It's always been like your main C hops, your Cascade, your Chinook, Centennial. Those have just always hung out, and I think it's mostly just going back to those now that we're through like the hype beer phase and everything, and the shiny object on the shelf phase. It's just going back to those like basic hops, and that's what the growers I work with are saying now. Kind of they weren't able to sell like those hyped up hops anymore, so now they're just going back to the C hops.
As my wife likes to call them, grapefruit farts. Second question, what's the craziest concoction you've come up with?
Okay. Yeah, Jolly Pumpkin is known for being eccentric. It's all oak age sour beer.
Yeah, sours get wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Here's a
I
Jolly Rancher sour. Who the fuck asked for that?
I came up with a beer a few years back that not all of my coworkers even have seemed to enjoy much. So it was a like a sour juniper stout with chocolate. So chocolate juniper.
Jesus.
So it was a lot going on,
Yeah.
and it turned out like pretty sour because like juniper berries are like real tart for sure.
It's chocolate gin.
Yeah, I think I might be the only one that likes it.
Well, I love juniper berries. I have a big giant, the front of my house is all juniper bushes.
Oh
And it is
yeah.
one of my favorite scents. And
Oh
sometimes
yeah, I
I'll just
love
walk out and give the leaves a slap just so I can smell them.
nice.
I
I
can't
love
see,
some gin.
I don't think I can see juniper chocolate going. So that's pretty wild. That's awesome. Is wet hops? I have so many beer questions. I'm sorry, Keith. I'm boring the shit out of Keith right now. Um, one of the best beers I ever had was a wet hops beer. And because you get your dried hops because you buy them in bulk and you get them delivered to you and blah 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 blah. But there was one
Oh,
brewery that specifically was like they did a wet hops beer, and it was the greatest thing I think I've ever had. Now it was like 9% or something like that, so you can only have two before you go to bed. But have you ever made a wet hops beer? And tell me the difference between making the two,
making the two what exactly?
dry hops versus wet hops.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so a wet hop beer would be like 24 to 48 hours off of the vine into the kettle or the dry hop or the or fermentation vessel. We've we've been making them for our North Peak brand as like what we call our clean beers, so our IPAs and wheat beers and everything, pilsners. So we've been making one wet hop diabolical. Diabolical is our main IPA since years back. I don't think we're actually going to make it this year. Unfortunately, it's it's my favorite time of year with the harvest because you get to go out to the farm and like see all the sights and all the smells and like see the big wolf machine like ripping the hops off the vine and everything, and it just smells like incredible. But yeah, we did like a huge hop back. We have like a 10 barrel system and a 50 barrel system. So we just like load our 10 barrel mash tun up with like 500 pounds of hops. And then we would just like run the wort after the boil through there and then to the heat exchanger into the fermentation vessel. So like the whole day, it just smells like incredible in the
Mm-hmm.
brewery. You gotta kind of drink them when they're pretty fresh.
Yeah.
They don't really last super long on the shelf and everything.
They're tap only for the most part.
Right.
Yep.
Totally. Oh, I love them though, and
Yeah,
it's
me
just
too. And they're
part
so
of
hard
fall.
to find.
Yeah, it's gonna be harder and harder, unfortunately. But yeah, maybe they'll make a comeback though. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, my favorite brewery is one in Bath, Ontario called McKinnon,
Yeah.
and they're a farm, like they're a farm. They have same with Bench here in Ontario, in Grimsby. You can go and pick their hops. They don't encourage you to do that, but you can, and they're right there on the field. So they've done a wet hops, and I was at a time friends with their head brewer, and I did get to try their wet hops, but absolutely, like that's the best, right?
Right?
Just right off the vine into the vat.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
All right, that's enough work talk. Keith, what do you got?
Oh, well, I don't know. Well, I got some beer questions probably. You know, there's some. I
Haven't
had
had
a
enough
beer.
of those.
I had a McUltra this weekend. I'm a bit of a beer guy.
Big beer guy.
Nice.
Kung. What's kung fu lifting teaching? Are you into kung fu? I don't know if this sentence is just if there's supposed to be a comma here. Are you into kung
What are you
fu?
looking at?
Under things they love, it says kung fu
We're all into
lifting
kung
teaching.
fu.
I definitely have some history in martial arts.
Okay.
I went to school for criminal justice,
Okay.
and I was a corrections officer for a few years. So
Mm.
I did Krav Maga for a year.
That blows my mind. That's the one thing I've always said I would get into.
I
Never
mean, it
did.
just covers all the bases, you know, just in one martial art. And
How many groin shots in Krav Maga? Like it's all 50% groin
That was a
shots.
big part of it.
69%.
Yeah, you had to hold the pad low, and then you just try and kick as hard
Right.
as you can into that crash level pad. You get pretty good at it. And yeah, oh man, it was pretty intense for sure. You learn the strikes and the takedowns and just so much technique, and like it was pretty similar to like the corrections academy and stuff. A lot of the technique. Of course, you can't punch, so it would be like using your palm strike instead of
Yep.
a punch.
Mm.
But then, yeah, years later, I got into Aikido, which is a Japanese martial art that is like fully defensive, basically the like, exact opposite of Krav Maga. There's no strikes involved. It's just evasive maneuvers, like using somebody's momentum against and everything, you know, throwing them to the ground and
That's not the one
embarrassing.
that Bruce Lee invented.
No, that was Jeet Kune Do.
Gee, okay,
which-
thank you. Yep.
the best martial art for sure. Because yeah, Jeet Kune Do was basically he just took the best moves from every single school, and that was Jeet Kune Do. You know,
Of course he did.
and it was like controversial at the time for sure. Because
Yep.
yeah, he was a Wing Chun fist like purist and stuff, and came from that era. You know.
I was always curious
those-
at how accurate the movie was it the Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, like the early '90s movie was. That's like obviously covered like all of that, and he had to like have border. It was supposed to be like a fight to the death to like if he could like continue to teach or not like of this like.
Well, it's because he taught the Guaylo, which he wasn't supposed to do.
I love Bruce Lee though. His
Who
whole story
doesn't?
was crazy.
Yep.
Like the fact that he filmed all those movies in like a 2-year period is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Guaylo means wide eye, Keith, and that's he got in shit for teaching the Americans. He wasn't supposed to do that. That's why they called him into that. I don't know if that part is true, but he did get in a lot of shit for teaching Americans
Right.
kung fu.
It was like the meeting of the 5 families.
Yep. Oh, geez, I can go on about kung fu movies for hours. Keith, interrupt me. We can do kung fu movies, beer. What else?
I had a train of thought there. It left me.
So I would go ahead.
Yep. So you've done, you do the big lifting thing with your friends and family. What about just like, are you active in strongman? Are you active in powerlifting, like in like sanctioned shows? I want to hear your lifting history on that as far as that goes. You know.
Yeah, as far as competitions, I've done like 5 probably. I did Great Lakes Strongest Man 3 times
Oh,
as a
nice.
novice.
Wait now, hold
And
on,
then,
wait. And did your friends give you a hard time for that? Because, some of these assholes in Discord think that you're only allowed to do novice one time, and that no, even if you come in dead
I don't think
last and you
anybody
can't
said
even.
one time. I think it's every time.
I did it.
well,
I did it 2 more. I did it actually 1 more time than he did. So I don't get any. He didn't get any shit.
Not
well,
yet.
actually, no, I think I did it novice twice.
Oh,
And
now the
then
story's changing.
coincidentally, I went to open 220 and under, just got killed.
Yeah.
And then, and then I went back to novice, but in heavyweight though
Okay,
this time. So
that's cool.
it was like a step up, but certainly a step back. But no, I was not ready for the 220 open. Like
Strongman's hard, man. It's like
it was crazy.
I don't
It was
think
like, yeah,
people I don't think people understand the barrier to entry. Like if you have to already be fucking strong. You can't just go out and lift the bar like you can in powerlifting. Unless it's just it's definitely a bigger, barrier to entry for sure. And it's essentially, aren't strong enough, you kind of just can't compete. But that
right.
is awesome.
And then yeah, last month I did Battle on the Beach, which is Nick O'Hare's show. And that was my first time in the 275 and under open. And he's like the top dog for like OSG and like the most competitive like 105 strongman out there and stuff. So it was a heavy show.
Nice. How'd you do there?
So yeah, that was part of my like reason for like taking the meat back on and stuff, trying to fill out that class and see if I can get a little bigger, increase the leverages for deadlift and overhead press. Yeah, because it was heavy.
Nice. And you had mentioned going to Tyler's every now and then. So, to Tyler's public gym that he trains at, is that just because you only have so much strongman stuff at your gym and you just want the variety, or which?
I'm pretty well equipped. I
Okay, well,
just
that's.
kind of want the community,
Hmm.
and I don't have a coach. So you go to a place like that, and like everybody's just so friendly and like willing to give you tips, especially if they see you like struggling with form and things like that. Everybody's just so nice there. So it's that aspect that I'm missing from like just coaching or coming up with my own programming and lifting
Hmm.
mostly by myself and stuff. So I just want that community. But that place is Detroit Muscle Gym is just, the best gym in Michigan for strongman. They just have everything and it's only 20 minutes from me.
I can't beat that.
So why
Yeah,
not?
that's worth doing. I mean, it sounds like you already kind of got it in intention to go on there periodically, but yeah, once,
People
once,
come from more than an
once a
hour away.
once a month minimum would probably be fun to get in there. And do they do like a strongman Saturday or anything like where it's actually like more of an openy, like there's actually like events and big group training and all that.
Yeah, every Saturday, 8 a.m. It's like a
There you go.
$10 entry.
Oh, I can't beat that.
Mm.
So totally worth it. And then they have so many classes. They actually have like a kids class and a kids competition. So my 5-year-old Jonah wants to do it now.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very
And
cool.
they have like a child's like Husafel stone, like,
Yeah,
but brought a tear to my eye seeing it,
that is awesome. Yeah, filling out the gym with the strongman stuff this past couple years has been very fun. So I get it now. I didn't get it the last 8 years, and now I do.
Oh, it's
It's very
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. I've been enjoying seeing your progress for sure in that gym.
Thank you. So what's on your get anything coming up that you're gonna do for competitions or any big pieces of equipment you're trying to still add to the gym or anything?
Man, it's always something. Equipment wise, I've definitely skipped over some things. I don't have a circus dumbbell.
Oh,
I want to advance my throwing setup. I have 4 quarter barrel kegs that I want to hit up a welder and have him take out like the middle third section to make them some like proper throwing kegs.
Okay.
So I think that'll be cool. And then I just want to source the materials for a circus dumbbell and like have a welder make it.
Careful with cheaping out on that. I know Big Dan Eager just had a welder make one out of the propane the old propane tank design, and like one session later, I think his plates are still stuck inside of it because it bent to shit. So,
Oh yeah, he's a
but yeah,
strong guy.
if you find a regular, if you find a welder that can do like actual like real metal, like
Oh, we'll do some
like
proper steel for
yeah.
sure.
I think you got to be able to get one of those for $300 or less. Hopefully, if you can
Right.
find someone willing to do it
Yeah, and
versus
then
the $1,000 it would cost to buy a Bartos one.
right. Oh, those are so cool though.
I do like mine, but
But
I
yeah,
do not.
competitions coming up. I've had the family competition October 4th. And then I have stage 2 of the arm lifting super series for this year at Detroit Muscle Gym this Saturday, actually.
Oh, dope.
So yeah, I've been working on that, trying to train a little better than the first round.
Hmm.
I got like some grip attachments and stuff. So yeah, I've been training properly for it. Yeah, it's been fun. I've been enjoying the grip.
Grip's a cool thing too because you can add, for a few $100. Honestly, for less than $100, you can get in the door and like buy the cheapest shit ever. But then like, for a few $100, you could get pretty much everything you'd want. So it's kind of a cool thing to add. Like I think the Denny's are Denny's are grip adjacent, but they're still pretty damn cool.
Right. That'd be sweet.
Hub lifting and all that jazz. I'm still not super into it, but I got a lot of friends that do it, and it's just the older you get, you gotta kind of diversify yourself because you don't want to just keep
Right.
doing the same thing for 30 years.
Right. Yeah, that hub is the toughest, I'd say.
So other than Tyler, what other crew have you met in person?
Scott Dodds.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned Dodds. Yeah. Anybody else?
I can't remember. I feel like I'm gonna meet somebody and realize that I've already met them before. But well, I met you at the Arnold this past year, and
Almost
then
bearing the lead, How was the Arnold? Okay.
that was the first time I
What he
went
means
there.
was, how did it feel meeting me?
No, it was more of I met like 50 people at the Arnold. Oh yeah, I did meet Peter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I met Tanner and Tommy, so that was awesome.
Oh, then you should have you met like you had to have met a shit ton of crew. Because did you go there to watch Strongman? I don't remember you being at the booth very much, were you?
No, it was just we had never been there before, so we wanted to kind of see all the sites,
That's
for
true.
the first time we went. I think we're gonna do it a little bit different this next year, in that we'll just hang out like at the booth and the expo like Friday, and then Saturday I think we'll do like the strongman ticket.
That's fair.
When the expo would be like super busy anyway, I think that'd be the way to go.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That might be if I make it back this year. If a Big Hogan has a spare room with my name on it, and I can actually afford to go to the Arnold again, that might be something I would do. I'd do like a some amount of strongman because it's not like it used to be where you could just go and watch the strongman. You can watch the amateur stuff, but the pro am, that is, but you can't watch the actual Arnold Classic without paying out the ass. But you also don't want to like do all that and then miss the booth time. So it is. But yeah, being your first year, it is kind of hard because it's like, all right, well, I'll circle back to you guys and see you in a little bit, and then it's like it takes you 4 hours to fucking do the lap because there's just traffic, just human, literal human traffic.
Right. And I went with Kate, and like I think she'll be bringing a friend next year, so I just didn't want to feel like I was gonna like abandon her and stuff.
Yeah, but you're gonna.
Yes.
Right.
I know. The first year we went, I brought the wife and kids, and I was just like, I'm sorry, bye. Like, she was like, I don't want to do that again. You're too all over the place. We can't be here with you because, you're getting dragged everywhere. Let's get into some silly stuff before we get into some games.
Let's do it. Yeah, hit it.
Okay. Tell me about your communal shower with your friend, whose name escapes me.
Oh, Andrew or Andy?
Yeah.
Oh man. He always he'll mention things like out of context, and like especially in front of like girls, when we were younger. So it always like create these situations for me. But yeah, so he'll say like, remember that time we showered together? But then he wouldn't say like that he wouldn't say we were at the YMCA
Yeah.
and we had our bathing suits on. Like, so with the context, it makes a lot more sense and it's not as outrageous.
So hit me with the context. There's a very funny story here.
Right? No, that's it. Yeah, we were at the YMCA and yeah, we had bathing suits on. We were just taking a shower after the pool and stuff. But yeah, he'll bring that up when we were like 16, we were like 7 years old at the time. He brought it up when we were like 16 and there's girls and we're in our like awkward phase or close to it. And he's like, remember that time we showered together?
How did he lose a tooth?
Oh, he lost a tooth wrestling my younger brother. And it was my younger brother's skull that he like broke the tooth on. Oh, it was pretty bad.
Okay, that's not the story I got, but that's okay.
Okay. Was it involving a sex escapade?
No. Gosh,
Okay.
no, sir. Essentially, okay, I'll tell the story. The ChatGPT version of it is you guys were fighting in the shower a bit, and then he went to run away from you, and he slipped and smashed his tooth.
Oh, okay. No, I don't remember that one, but Andy has an incredible memory, so we were probably like super young at the time.
Okay. Yeah. All right. No,
that sounds like a good story.
No
though.
sexcapade stories. She's not on this podcast today. All right. What's a vampire shotgun?
I just added that to fucking unpaid or underrated.
Ah, fuck. Forget
no,
it.
you're
All
good.
right.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's probably a better story here, so no worries.
Oh, I'll definitely get this going at Tanner's next year. So yeah, you take I got my LaCroix here. You just take your can. It's basically a shotgun, but you're gonna just bite into the can.
Yeah.
You get your teeth out as far as you can, and then you just build that pressure up and bite into it, and then you pull the tab.
My poor teeth hate that.
I've done it many times. I've done it at Jolly Pumpkin with coworkers. We got it on like social media even one time. And man, whenever I get in a group with like those coworkers of that time, like, and we're having a party or something, they're always like make me do it. And I'm like, I'm not doing it unless everybody else does it with me. So we get like a circle of people around and we'll all do it. But yeah, it's a lot. It's not as bad as you think though. You don't like cut yourself so much.
Oh, jeez.
But it's pretty intense to look at though.
Okay, what about the time you dislocated your shoulder at the perfect priming timing?
Okay. That was that from my wife?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was a good one. So I was pushing my yoke, using it as a sled, hands forward, pushing it. And while I had like, probably 400 pounds on the yoke, my foot slipped. And while I was pushing, I dropped down all of a sudden. And yeah, my left shoulder just fell out. And it was so painful. I screamed and like, that blood rushes to your head and you just get dizzy a second. And then, yeah, so I go to the back door and I yell out, Kate, hospital. I was in so much pain, I couldn't talk at all. And then she's like, what? Hospital. And then so she had our like 1 or 2 year old son with her at the time while I was outside training. And I'm sitting in a chair there and I kind of like sat down in a way where I kind of was able to alleviate the pressure off of my shoulder, and like over time it like worked itself back into the socket somehow. So I didn't end up having to go to the hospital, but Kate came out like 10 minutes later, just all changed, ready with like Jonah and probably the child seat or something.
Yep.
And she was pretty pissed.
It's okay, I got it. Yeah. All right. Keith, do you want to move on to some games there, bud?
Yeah, I could do a little FMK for you. We go strongman events. So you gotta let's see, you gotta F1, you gotta marry one, you gotta kill one. So let's go. Let's might as well keep it under the keg. So let's see. So keg over bar. It's just like a triple extension over the bar. A loading event. Keg toss and then keg carry FMK
All right.
with
Ooh, that's
druthers.
tough. I guess I'll kill the keg toss, just because you don't see it so much in competition compared to most other things for sure. This last competition I had was the only competition I was able to do a throw in, which was super fun. So I'll kill
You
that.
definitely don't see it a lot at local events for sure. It's
Right.
just too much risk and shit getting damaged, and then it's like you're destroying your implements, and you got to have the right kind of place to do it.
Right. So you said load, and then what was the other one?
Carry.
Okay.
So toss, load, carry. I guess suppose that was kind of an off the cuff one I came up with because I didn't want to ask more bigger questions.
I will marry the load just because it's such a fundamental for strongman and stuff, and the keg it's just so unique. And you can go like so heavy with it because it has the handles on it and stuff. You can really push the weight on it without a lot of skill involved. So I will marry that being the fundamental, and then so I'll have to fuck the last one, the carry.
Yeah,
I love some keg carries. I'm a bit taller, so it's a little bit easier for me. I definitely have the advantage in loading and carrying, and disadvantage on the press and deadlift, but I kind of enjoy it that way, having the disadvantage.
So what did you think of the mystery? Did you watch the live stream, the Lifter Live Easy?
I didn't watch the live stream, but I saw like the YouTube video and everybody's video and stuff.
So you saw the mystery event then of the carry and the load and all that jazz?
I was definitely most bummed that I wasn't there just because of that event, probably. It looks like a lot of fun.
The least fun thing about it, huh?
Yeah, and Jake worked so hard to put that all together. It seemed like it was awesome.
I mean, for sure Abby did all the work, but yeah, for sure.
Oh, geez.
they're good team effort. No, that's cool. That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right, Mount Rushmore time.
Do
Here's a new one. We don't get a lot of new ones on these.
What's your favorite wrestler?
Yeah. Favorite metal band, favorite wrestler. Mount Rushmore of top stoner comedies.
That's an easy one. Oh man. Okay. It's gonna be Friday, the first and only the first Friday.
Yeah, the other ones were ass. The next Friday,
they were fine, but just
were there three?
For Mount Rushmore's sake, I mean, I would just say the first one. And then it would be Pineapple Express. I can watch that movie just over and over. Doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. I can just keep watching. I can watch it once a month, probably. Just so all the lines, all the quotable lines in it and everything. I have always loved the Cheech and Chong films. However, I'll say Up in Smoke being the first one, probably being my favorite for sure. Such a good movie, just a classic. I hear they have another one coming out too, but it's more of like a documentary, or they call it like the final one.
Yeah, they got to be in their 70s, aren't they?
Right. I think it's more of like a documentary though, for sure. Because like Cheech Marin kind of like rejected the whole thing for like 10 or 20 years. He, wanted to put it behind him and stuff. Yeah, so he's kind
Yeah,
of
because he was like
back.
he did was that Nash Bridges he
Like a
in?
crime show. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He went legit.
He was like the sidekick cop or something.
Yeah, it was quite a 180 there. And then the final one would probably be How High for sure.
Hell yeah.
Such a good movie. Just the
Yeah.
premise of
Just so
everything.
stupid. So stupid. That they buried their friend's ashes in a pot plant. And you got Redman. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. Just walking into cars. Like, what a fucking stupid movie. Still a great
Okay.
movie though. Absolutely. Yep.
No Dazed and Confused on that list. That would have been on mine, but that's
I love that movie though.
I'm also
Yeah, but that one's not better than How High. No, hell no.
maybe it's not as I don't know. A stoner movie specific. It's a movie in general, I'm sure.
There were definitely some stoner moments in it.
All right.
And then Dave Chappelle's one. If I had to pick a fifth one,
The
would
alien
definitely
face. Yes. No, you're right. I'm surprised that didn't go higher on the list.
Right.
God, what was the name of that?
But the one that Bob Saget had the line about sucking
Yeah,
a
yeah.
homeless guy's dick or
About
something.
you wouldn't suck dick for weed.
Yeah.
God, I watched that movie like a million times. Why can't I remember the name?
It's so many like quotable lines in that one too.
Oh yeah, 100%. Bring me back some of that stuff I used to eat in high school. Come on, Jim Brewer.
If only where's our did we lose our looky loose?
Yeah, where's Gary?
Right. Samson gets me lifted.
Samson. Come on. Right near the beach, boy. Like I can remember the whole movie, but I can't remember the name. Oh, they're gonna rip us for this, guys. God, I'll have to put in the Loogle. The old Loogle machine.
It's all good.
Movies and TV shows. Oh, Half Baked. Fuck me.
There it is.
Half baked.
Yeah. God damn it.
Right.
Gosh darn it. Yeah, no, 100%. I would have put that right up there at the top.
Right.
Samson. All right, moving on, paid and underrated.
Let's do it. All right. Where did my whole freaking But yes, anyone listening for the first time, we have this, relatively new segment we came up with all by ourselves, not inspired by anyone or anything, called Unpaid or Underrated. So we're going to give the guest here, Big Peter, up to 6 different topics, and he just kind of has to use his druthers and explain to us if he considers them unpaid, which would, the layman's might say overrated, or underrated, which, would be awesome. So here we go. Unpaid or underrated. I'm going to steal the one that Joey put in there because it's going to be the funniest one. And I'm going to say titty twisters.
Oh. Yeah, there's definitely a story with that.
That's why we're here.
That is unpaid for sure. The only time I ever punched someone was due to this.
Let's hear it. I want to hear it all. All the gory, nipple twisting details.
This was another Andy question for sure. It was like a sleepover, and I don't know, we were like way too old to be having sleepovers, but I think it was his like birthday party, so that's what he wanted to do. So yeah, it was old one of my classmates, Matt Gramza. He would just like he kept on like messing with me. So it was like 3 times. The first time I asked politely, like, hey man, don't do that. The second time I yelled at him. And then the third time I just hit him. It was probably like 1 a.m. and stuff. We were all like tired as hell from playing video games or whatever. And yeah, it was the only time I ever punched somebody, but I don't know. I felt like it was, looking back, it was self-defense, I feel.
I mean, yeah, really.
Exact same, and I added it because I do have the exact same similar story. I was with my brothers, and my oldest brother was there, and he kept doing it to me. And I, again, hey man, I really don't like that. Like, I
Right.
really don't like, could you stop? And we'd go a few minutes, he'd do it again. I'm like, okay, I asked you nicely. And now my older brother is 3 feet taller than me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, right. And I'm
So he's
like,
5'10".
yeah, sure. And I'm like, hey man, I really asked you nicely. Like, I'm telling you, this is uncomfortable. I don't like it. And then he did it again, and I kicked him in the balls with all of my. The third time he did it,
Well done.
oh yeah, all of my leg strength kicked him in the balls. And when he dropped, I went, "Oh, did you not like that? Would you not like it if I did it again? Would you like to ask me again not to do that? Do you think that maybe is a thing where
Mm.
if somebody doesn't like it, you don't do it? Like, oh yeah, like I hate my fucking nipples being touched. It's just yeah. So I'm with you on that one, brother.
Right. Yeah, I like my old personal space bubble here.
Yeah, especially that space. Don't
Right.
like. I'm an easygoing guy. If I ask you
Right.
nicely but firmly, don't do it again. That's why I added that one in because I was like, yep, same.
All right. Unpaid or underrated? Oh, a couple good ones. Let's go gardening.
Oh yeah. Underrated for sure. I love gardening. It's just such a good stress reliever. And you get, basically free like organic vegetables, especially like with stuff as expensive as it is now. Like you save so much money and you don't really realize it. And you can also like if you have enough space, you can grow stuff to like give to your friends and family and help them out too. And they like greatly appreciate it. And you get to learn so much. For my hobbies, I have a kid and full-time job and stuff, so I kind of want like three things involved with them. I want them to be like have a physical component, a learning component, and like kind of a social component. It's like the best way to go about hobbies is what I think. And I think gardening like hits all three of those marks for sure.
Nice. Yeah, nice little hobby there for sure. Um, my last one, unpaid or underrated. Thank you cards, thank you notes, writing thank you notes.
Oh, that was definitely for my mom.
Yeah, there's a story there I want to hear you tell me about.
I am definitely known for like my brevity and like not being the most outgoing person or very talkative and stuff. So it was high school graduation and like my mom was like pestering me about writing the thank you notes and I still like don't write a lot of thank you notes. Like I'll say thank you in person, but I'm just terrible at writing out thank you
I
notes.
haven't read one in years.
And so my thank you cards for that occasion would basically be like one sentence, like thank you for and that specific item. Love, Peter.
That's fair.
And my mom was like not having it, but all my like aunts and uncles just thought it was like hilarious and like so Peter.
All right, my turn. Unpaid or underrated small talk?
Small talk. I'm Yeah, it definitely goes along with like the introversion thing, I feel like. Um, I will say unpaid for sure. I'm kind of a big talker for sure. Like I'll be asking you about like your family life and how everybody's doing and stuff. Like I can't really talk about like the weather and the basic conversations that people have.
It's
I will
funny.
get
I was gonna
deep.
say like, um, same, and I want to give you the inside scoop on how to make small talk. Load the weather app.
Okay.
You just every once in a while you load the weather app when you know you got to make small talk, and that's what you got. That's the thing that'll get you through that awful few moments.
No, that's a good tip.
Oh yeah, I heard there's rain later, and then like you're
Right.
golden, you're fine because they'll talk.
Right. Totally.
I'm the same way, man. Unpaid or underrated? Jeez, chocolate milk.
Oh, it's so underrated. I mean, especially if you go with the whole milk too. Oh,
Hmm.
it's so good, so rich. It is like the best recovery drink. I did it. I would drink it all the time back when I was doing like triathlon and stuff. I mean, just the protein content, and you have the carbs in there, and I mean, you have those growth hormones, from the cow and stuff, and so it's just like the complete recovery beverage.
I remember once I had a friend post like, "What's your best pre or post workout drink?" And some guy commented on her thing saying, "Don't drink chocolate milk because calcium dehydrates you." And this was like right at the beginning of like my lifting, and I was just like, "Hey man, can you show me anything that proves that?" And like I dummied this dude in this girl's comments because he was like, "Well, I just thought that calcium was a mineral and minerals are bad." And I was like, "You fucking dummy. Like chocolate milk is so good as a recovery drink. If your stomach can handle it, you should be drinking chocolate milk for that reason." Yep.
And we have like some awesome farms in Michigan that, yeah,
Yeah.
incredible chocolate milk around here.
We got one we go out to right down the street from us. Yeah, huge. They have mango. They did mango milk,
Hmm.
Oh,
What
and
was
interesting.
then
that?
they do coffee
Strawberry, but
milk.
not
So
mango.
strawberry milk is like the only milk I'll drink. I won't drink milk otherwise unless it's strawberry milk. But they do mango. They did coffee. It's all fantastic, and like they do high fat. And what's really cool is you go there and they'll show you the fat content. They'll be like, today our cows are producing 4.2% fat. And I'm just like, yeah, let's let's watch that and get out there when it's the highest. Um uh, all right, this one's gonna hit home. I'm recently getting tested, so I want to hear this. Flying
Oh.
under the radar in life with ADHD as your superpower.
um, oh man, I I'm gonna say underrated. I've definitely dealt with it like my whole life. I went on medication 1995. I was 7, which is the year of like the highest amount of prescriptions at the most common starting age.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was on it until like 22, end of college. Tried all different ones. So it was quite a journey for sure, figuring this whole thing out. And I think fitness has been a huge help for it, and like eating a healthy diet and everything has been huge. But yeah, I'm sure my son's going to have it, so I think I'm pretty well equipped to like handle that too. I know you've talked about your issues with your son with it and stuff, but I think, I mean, you think a little bit differently. As far as like being a brewer, you have to do like 3 to 4 things at the same time. So having ADHD is actually like a benefit
Mm-hmm.
to being like a brewer and stuff. Like I'm doing my grain out, getting rid of the spent grain while conducting the boil, while taking gravity readings on the wort to see if I'm gonna have to do a liquor back, like all at the same time. And like it's quite a task. But I think in like 3 or 4 different places at once. So
Did you
it
say
actually
liquor
helps.
back?
What's it? Oh yeah.
I'm assuming it's a liquor like LIQ, but not a
Yeah, liquor is what they
not a Saturday
call
move.
water for brewing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like I think it's a British term, I think.
Interesting. Fucking British people. We used to have one in the Discord, and I don't know, I ain't seen him in a couple years. Miss you, David. Come back, buddy.
But yeah, it's all about like Well, like meditation or like exercise, which can be like the same thing.
Mhm.
Eating healthy. I mean, it becomes controllable for sure, and you can live with it and you can excel at it. Sure. Um, yeah, I wouldn't believe the like negative hype about it.
Well, considering how many people probably have it, that
Right.
just went undiagnosed,
Right.
right? Like I'll be at work and somebody will come up and be like, "Well, you're really good at multitasking," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I am," because I would be so bored otherwise, right?
Right.
And it's always the men aren't good at this, and I'm like, "You fucking watch me," because if I don't do three things at once, I won't do anything. That's
Right.
yeah,
Oh, for sure. And I always had to do a lot of things. Like in college, I'd have to pick the most like difficult classes just to like almost overwhelm myself just
yeah.
because it's how my brain worked, you know?
Because it pushes you into doing it. It's the panic monster, right?
Yeah, if I
The
get
panic
bored, I
monster
get
pushes you
lazy.
into things. Yep.
Yep.
Well, I think you passed unpaid and underrated.
Oh, thanks,
Did
guys.
and that doesn't have to be unpaid or underrated, but I just wanted to give you a chance to kind of talk about your YouTube and your other, your side channel there. If you wanted to kind of go into that and the the efforts that you and I just think your wife joined you in some of those videos too. So just kind
Yeah.
of plug yourself there.
So yeah, I don't it's just my passion project, for sure. Like I don't really get paid by anybody, but I'm really into coaching. Since I've done all my own like programming, like I've said before, like it hasn't gone so well for me as a competitor out of that. However, I think it's turned me into like a decent coach. With all these struggles I've come up with or come upon and like the plateaus that I've created and figured out how to like get out of these plateaus. I now want to like figure out how to help other people. And coaching's it can be expensive and stuff. So I just want to
For sure.
see how many of my friends and family I can help out. I've been coaching Kate for a few years now.
Ooh, how's that go? I know
Well, I mean,
partners giving each other, that's yeah, you get it's a very
you just can't be like that helicopter kind of
yeah,
coach. You just have to like state the facts and like give the program and like give your reasoning for why you picked certain things and what you would recommend, like, and say things like you can go this way, but I recommend you go that way. But if you go this way, we'll figure things out.
nice. That's cool. Sounds like you're making it
I've been
work.
coaching my mom as well, and I've been
Awesome.
coaching Andy for a few years or a couple of years now, maybe. Um, and then yeah, my mom for a few years. I'm all about like longevity. I've read all these books on the subject, and I'm kind of just like trying to get ahead of like taking care of my parents and stuff. Like I don't want
Smart.
it to get to the point where they're in the nursing home and then we're figuring things out. I want to be proactive and not reactive. You know,
Hmm.
um, my mom had like a pretty major surgery last year. We were working together for like at least a year before that. And I think like it just helped her so much. Like her body was just like primed for recovery from it. She like recovered without using any like pain medication at all. And like she was back on her feet like the next week. And like it was just super impressive. So she stuck with it. We kind of just do like strongman, kind of big three. Um, so we'll do a squat, an overhead press, and like a deadlift, but typically variations though. And
I was gonna ask that based on last week's episode is how much overhead press are you doing? Yeah. Sorry, Robo. Yeah, you've got to be overhead pressing, and
yeah.
we should have covered that in general topics. Is how much everybody in the Discord was like, "Sorry, you're not allowed." Like overhead press
Right.
is the press.
Oh, for sure. And I think, yeah, the bench helps the overhead press and vice versa for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, as far as like longevity goes, it's basically like being able to get up and down stairs, getting on and off the toilet, and like unloading the dishwasher. So,
Yes, that's what squat is, that's what deadlift is, and that's what overhead press is. There's no
yep.
scenario in your life where you are 70 years old and need to push something off your chest.
Right.
But you will need to put things on the shelf above you. You will need to put things in the freezer. And that's where I see overhead press as the main press,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Yep. And I started coaching one of my coworkers now, and that's basically what we're having them do, though, as well as 3 low.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome
Yeah.
sauce. Well, do you have anything for us there, Big Peter?
Oh, yeah.
I think
Big
that's where we're at.
Big Peter. He did it. He said it.
I didn't. Man. It's been
Not
pretty
on
tame this
purpose.
episode.
Actually, yeah. Normally, there'd be 100 dick jokes by now. We're only at like 3.
Inches.
Keith, I wanted to ask you kind of what your next steps were for the No Wine Garage.
Ooh.
Well, we did just get some electric out there, which was pretty cool. My parents came up and my dad helped me run some conduit out there and actually being able to keep a fan running without having to run an extension cord from the other side of the house will be awesome. As far as upgrades, man, I just literally just got a yoke. Got a ton of, actually Dan Eager gave me a bunch of kegs that I need to kind of balance out because like there's only one that's kind of like relatively heavy and it's like not even, it's like only at 180, but everything else is like, I don't know. There's like 3 under 100-pound kegs and then like a 180 or something, or maybe there's a 120. I don't know, but like I either need to combine. I basically need to get some of those heavier. I think I actually owe one to Lucas, who's also a Rochester crew as well, but he hasn't asked for it, so I have 4 for now. So getting some extra weight in those kegs probably, and then just I don't know. A lot of it is dependent on the events. Like I'm not gonna spend hundreds of dollars if I don't have it in a show coming up, like, or especially with the garage gym being something I'm only in for 6 months out of the year, or 9 months, I guess, 8 probably. I'm trying to think. The next show I'm doing, it has a hoist event, so I need to figure out a way to do some kind of hoist. I saw someone, I think someone even in the Discord maybe was showing how they were just. I'm not sure if they were they using just like their. I'm trying to think I think it was the yoke was set up all the way to the top, or maybe their squat rack, and they were just pulling a loading pin with like their actual rope as like a way to train hoist. So
Hoisting the yoke?
no, so like I think I'm gonna just be pulling. I think I'm just gonna be in a seated position, like pulling rope down. I believe, or possibly pulling rope to me to then raise up the implement. But it's because the guy hasn't created. I think it's in progress of like getting created. But we know it's like he told me it's gonna be some type of like a grip based hoist event, meaning like I'm pulling a rope and something's going up in the air, basically. So I that's probably not something I'm gonna add to the gym, but like that would be an option. But like I don't know, man. There's my funds have basically been. We kind of did the math of how much I've spent on travel, or how much as a family we've spent on travel for me to go do the stuff I want to do, and I can't keep taking it all out of the family budget. So I don't know that I'm going to have any gym money for a while because I need to start. I need to start putting my overtime money and my side, any flipping money I make into like a travel fund and not just keep spending like $10,000 a family budget to fucking travel. So as much as I love everybody, like for the sake of my marriage and my house, I don't know that I can keep telling my wife that, hey, you need to keep working that second job so I can go do this stuff. So I think things need to tighten up around the Honeycutt household. And
I'll tell you what Scans told me. Implements don't matter, just stay strong.
yeah,
Right? So I
strong
know you can't, like, your
No, it
brain
makes
is like, if
sense,
there's
but
a
you still
hoist
got-
event, I want to train for a hoist event. But if you're just strong in general, then you don't need to train that particular event. Just stay strong, right? Do some pulling, pull your yoke down the driveway, right? Tie a rope around it and just pull, right? Like, you can learn that. You can do that.
Yep.
You don't need that particular event to train for that event,
for sure.
right? And Scans has changed my strongman approach exponentially with that advice, right? I was like, I don't have a log. I don't have a log. Oh, I want a log. And he was just like, bud, just get strong and overhead press and log will translate.
Yep.
Relax.
Yeah, that neutral grip bar should do you a lot of good. Like it won't
Yeah,
help you with
shout
the
out to
clean,
Big Cam for that one. Yeah, but
but like
Right?
pressing
Oh, yeah.
neutral grip is log. It's the same fucking thing.
Yep.
yep.
Totally. Joey,
Mm.
apologize if this is a typical one for you, but I'm trying to get more into metal.
I'm so
I
fucking
need
basic at this point.
I need your Mount Rushmore of troll metal.
Jesus. So I'm gonna start with Lorna Shore for sure.
Okay. Write this down.
Especially the Will Ramos era. So you're gonna go from in the Hellfire Beyond. That dude is the lyrics are amazing, they're heartfelt, they're very good, and he's just probably the best vocalist in troll metal. You're gonna go to Slaughter to Prevail after that because it's the exact opposite. He's a Russian angry monster, and
Nice.
he's so good. He's so violent. He's so scary.
Nice.
Now, Whitechapel is definitely on the table, and the last album, I haven't been excited for a metal album in a long time, as much as I was for Whitechapel's new album. And
No.
yeah, the Visceral Wretch, if you can really get into that, he won like he didn't win, but he was named like best metal vocalist for that performance.
Nice.
What's the last one? Because I'm going by like what I'm listening to right now.
Gotcha.
I don't listen to a ton of goblin metal.
No, three's good though.
No, I can get you there. I can get you there. That's what she said. Suicide Silence. Anytime. Any day of the
Okay.
week. Suicide Silence, for sure.
Nice. I'll start following all four of these.
Yeah. Like start with Slaughter to Prevail because they're probably like the most accessible of those. He's a Russian dude. His English isn't great, but like it's pretty good. But then Lorna Shore, he's such a good vocalist that he goes all the way from like high pitched goblin to the scariest sounds a human can make. But Lorna Shore is the better band, in my opinion.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, man. And then I got a question for you both. An FMK. I was just thinking this past week, like I had both my parents submit that. I wonder if they knew what that meant, you know. I'm gonna go for both of you guys. FMK bench log axle.
I'm killing bench any day of the week. I hate benching.
Yeah. So yeah, I have to kill bench at this point. You know, I chased 300 for a decade, never got there, whatever. Probably never happened at this point because I'm never gonna dedicate like long peaks and strength blocks to bench ever again because no, thank you. So log or axle.
What am I doing with the axle?
Yeah, are we talking
clean
strictly
and press.
pressing? Okay, because I'm like, 'cause
Yeah,
I can do a lot more.
pressing.
Because if it's just, you can only own one or the other. Clearly, an axle because you can deadlift with it as well. Man, I'm curious of what I've answered this before. I believe to some extent. I'm curious if my answer changes, but I would probably F the log and marry the axle. Yeah, I do like I love log, but axles I love. It's easier to. I have more fun.
Give me your
cleaning
log.
it.
Then I'm coming for your log.
I just sold one for $300 to a guy that drove 4 hours to get it.
Yep.
Oh
Crazy.
wow.
I'll give you $20 for it.
Yeah, I like that because I don't know, cleaning an axle is more aggressive, I guess, or more athletic. It's more athletic movement. It takes more skill, I feel. I don't know, they're both hard. they're just hard different ways. Like they're literally like rolling the barrel and getting that properly and like not fucking up your biceps is like a skill, but like being explosive with an axle clean is also a skill, but like a more athletic skill. So I don't know. I need to get better at both, but yeah, I'll take I think axle. My next heavy show will have a max axle, so I got to be better at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill bench any fucking day of the week. Like I said, there's no scenario in which that's a natural movement.
Hmm. I
It,
mean, that
it-
one time that car fell on you, right?
on me?
Well, as a human,
Oh, in
yes,
general, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm not.
You're,
I'm not Bruce Wayne, and there's a log on me. And what's the point of all of those push-ups if you can't lift what? That's not me.
yeah, it's a funny
Um,
line.
yep. So I'm probably gonna marry log and fuck Axel. Axel, there's nothing I can do with an axle that I can't do with a bar,
Hurts a lot
right?
more to
Right.
clean it though.
It
Oh, dude.
Or to,
it doesn't though. Like
well,
to me, it's the same thing. And this is
belt
gonna.
clean, I guess. I made the mistake of belt cleaning a barbell and when I was in the gym
Yep.
and when I was traveling, and I was like, oh, don't do that. So then I just made sure to actually clean it to the chest.
So this is probably controversial, I guess. But yeah, there's nothing you can't do with an axle that you can't do with a barbell. And by the way, axle deadlifting with straps is just barbell deadlifting with straps. Sorry, guys. Sorry, strongmen. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing.
It's 10% harder, 5%, probably 5% harder.
Yeah,
Not
yeah. I'll
10,
give you
it's
the
5% harder.
5%. I'll give you 5%.
Yeah, it's 5%
But
harder.
once those straps go on, you might as well be using a barbell. And
Yeah.
I know because I've done them both, and I have done without straps. And yeah, like axle deadlifting without straps is way fucking harder.
Well, clearly,
But
yeah.
like,
That's the difference.
if you're gonna wear straps, why bother with the axle? I don't understand that. Maybe I'm stupid. I'm willing to admit that I might be stupid, but no. I want a log because logs are gorgeous, they're heavy, and they're they're just so much fun. It's probably the second most fun lift I've ever done in my life. Third, deadlift is the most fun. Natural stone lifting is second, and
Ooh,
log lifting is third.
I need to get
Uh,
natural stone.
yeah, my natural stone's the best, and I wish I had one heavier. I'm gonna go lift Baird Rock at some point because, like,
Oh, I
yeah.
said we got to do that at Tanner's house next year.
But yeah, so there's my answer.
Nice. No, I'd choose the same answers as you, Joey.
Oh, well, let all the strong men come after me for saying axle deadlift is fucking shit if you wear straps. There's no point. You're strapping up a bar. You might as well strap up a bar. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but
Right.
I've done strapless axle deadlifts and they suck and they hurt.
Oh, they're miserable.
Yeah, they're the worst. But the moment you put on straps, you're wearing straps. So yeah, you might as well just use a power bar at that point.
Well, I power lift. I don't want to. That's the whole point of strongman is I don't have to do the same fucking lift as I always did for the last 8 years. I don't know. It's enough of a different. I get enough of a placebo, I guess, not placebo, enough of that variety. It is close, but it is different enough to be like, oh, I'm doing strongman, not powerlifting. So
Do
I
it
can that.
strapless.
Yeah, well then I can only do 225, and then that's I'm just hurting my thumbs at that point.
Now
Not
you're just
working my
chasing
back.
numbers.
Well, that's
You're not
life.
chasing strength, you're chasing numbers. As somebody who is weak as shit, don't take my advice. I'm covered in red spots and weak as shit. Don't take my advice.
Anything else there, Peter? We're gonna bring this one in for a landing, bud.
No, I think that was it, though. No,
Yeah,
it was fun, though.
Keith is half asleep here.
It's been a long. I have to.
I'm so tired. I'm so
have to go
fucking
in
tired.
and you got to work a full Friday. I don't have to do that very often, but tomorrow's gonna be a long, shitty day.
Me too.
And then I got a lift party, so I have to like come home and have like maybe a half hour to myself, and then Oh, 1 to 10 people at my house, depending on who shows up, because I never really know.
Vampire shotgun, a ghost, and you'll be fine.
All right, so we have some affiliate links. If you're not familiar with them, listen up. Obsidian Ammonia, Barbell Rescue, Plate Snacks, Home Gym Con, Belt Fed Strength, Freedom Fitness Equipment, and apparel from the Strength Co. Use code UNPAID at all our Fred's small businesses, and help save you some money and put some money in their pocket, and crew supporting crew, etc. Big Peter, where are they going to find you at, buddy?
Peter B. Bruin on Instagram for the main part, and then
Now I get it. Haha.
yeah,
Jesus
Peter
Christ.
B.
It's like the third time you
Bruin.
said it, but the way you said it, like the way you enunciated it this time, I was like, he be Bruin. That's funny. He's not a baseball fan, or was it a hockey? Bruins are hockey, right?
The Bruins are hockey, yeah.
I think that's what I was seeing in my head. Sorry. Joey, where you at?
Joey_Malesko, MLECZKO. Got my own affiliate codes that you can find in my link tree. Blah, blah, blah.
Blur, blur,
Blur,
blur.
blur,
Go follow
blur.
Nate at blur, blur, blur Instagram.
If he doesn't make that his Instagram, I'm going to be mad.
Unpaid and Underrated Podcast, website unpaidinternpodcast.com. Officially, Nate deleted YouTube. We don't have a YouTube anymore.
Wrong again, Keith.
Apparently, according to our crew that only watch it on YouTube. And I'm Keith Honeycutt73 on Instagram. More importantly, follow my Orange Gym, The No Wine Cellar. Until then, see you next Tuesday.